What is up, guys? It's Zero here, and today I have for you my free-to-play deck profile for Legion Link Joker. So, uh, this is very similar to the Liberator one, where I tried to make the deck as cheap as physically possible while still having it be playable. So, without further ado, here's the deck list. So as you can see, everything here that is a triple rare is free. All the double rares but one is free. That one double rare could honestly be anything, being the multiverse. I just didn't know what else to put here because all the rares are kind of shit, and this was the best double rare that you could play here. I will say if you were around during the Nebula Lord campaign where you got one free Nebula Lord and you really just want to keep this deck free, you can put the Nebula Lord here instead if you don't have this. But yeah, this card's just a filler one. So yeah, so this deck is free. Everything is free. All the double rares except for the one multiverse are from the coupon shop. All the rares are rares. All the triple rares are rank rewards. PGs are PGs, and then everything else is rare or lower, which you could just craft. So, yeah. So without further ado, let's go to the explanation. Starter is the Robin Knight, I think is his name. If your Vanguard's in Legion and there's a lock card, CB2 put him into Soul to lock one front or lock one back or so. CB2 to lock one front, one back. It's kind of expensive, but understandable because of the lock. It's a fine starter. It also has resist. That's the main reason why I'm playing it, because it has resist, making it so its thing cannot die to most things. So yeah, pretty good card. Pretty okay card. Actually not good. Pretty okay card. Next upgrade one, PGs. PGs are PGs. PGs are PGs. Not much else to say here. 4 Neons, 10k attacker. Not much else to say here. Having a card that swings solo is nice. So yeah, pretty good card here. Lets you swing solo. Lets you get aggro earlier than I feel bad about it. It's an okay card. 3 Lanthiums, as compared to my actual list where I could play Palladiums and stuff, we are free to play here, so no Palladium. The card's too expensive, so 3 Lanthiums, with something locked plus 3k, it stacks, it scales really big, could be a solo attacker later on, just a pretty good card. And then finally, the last grade one is the Atom Routers, I think the name, the doggy. On play, Soul Blast 1, get 5k or something. So it's nice because the Soul Blast 1, meaning you can Soul Blast 1 to helpfully drop zone up for Legion. And giving 5k means you can scale your lanes pretty well. Actually a pretty solid card. Pretty good. It's a card you don't feel bad playing. If you don't like this card, you can play like 4th Lanthium, like a filter or something. So yeah. Overall, pretty actually surprisingly not bad cards here. The only card you're really missing out on is the Palladium. Onwards to grade 2s. First off is the Photon. On play, if your Vanguard Star Vader, CB2 to lock a card. Lock whenever you want. Lock before you break ride, because you are break riding in this deck. Lock for a relatively cheap cost, and more importantly, lock without having to discard cards out of your hand, because this deck does not plus very much, and being able to just use Counterblast to lock instead of using your hand to lock can be very nice. So yeah, 4 Photons also make it the Garnet Star, so that's obviously why you play it. Next up, Radon, 12k attacker. Solo attackers are good, solo attackers are nice. He is also the mate to the double rare Legion, so that's even more reasons to play this card. Just a solid all-around card. And finally, 4 of the Osmium. So this is the mate to the imaginary plane, so you can't actually pull it from Gacha. So if you actually wanted to play this card, list card for card, you can play. You'd have to actually craft these. You cannot pull these, but yeah, just know he is the mate to the imaginary plane. But if you just happen to have these and you have the imaginary plane, and you just happen to have those as well, you definitely play the imaginary plane. And I'll show you guys a list of what I would ideally play if I wasn't constrained with being free to play or not. So yeah, and not wanting to have triple rares that you actually need to craft. So his skill is on when its attack hits a Vanguard. If your Vanguard is a Star Vader, CB1 to Omega lock the unit. So you keep the card locked for an extra turn. So this is the quote-unquote replacement for the Palladium to keep the card locked for an extra turn for 1 Counterblast. Relatively nice card. Yeah, this card's just nice because it keeps the card locked for an extra turn. Finally, the 1-up slot is a 10k vanilla. It's a vanilla. There's not much else to say, it's vanilla. There's really not much else better to play, so yeah, it's just a vanilla. Next up is for grade 3s, we have the Garnet Stars. So his skill is on Legion, discard Star Vader to lock one front, lock one back, when attacking Vanguard plus 2k. So cheap counter blast list lock. Let's let him swing at Vanguard. Let's let him swing. It doesn't swing at Vanguard over defensive. So again, scaling skill, and yeah, it locks up for a cheap cost without counterblast. Stuff that costs a hand, but what can you do? First off, Infinite Zero Dragon, the Break Ride. You do actually use this card in this deck because Infinite Zero is cheap locked because obviously it's on Break Ride CB1 to lock one front, one back. So cheap lock doesn't cost handling, costs one counter blast, really nice. Yeah, Break Ride, Gear Vanguard 10k, and lock one front, lock one back, and one attacking Vanguard plus 3k. So he super scales his. Plus 3k means you make 21 with 7k boosters. Garnet does not, only makes 20. So yeah. Break Ride, you play him because he's obviously because we are free to play here. We are looking for whatever we can play. Infinite Zero is actually pretty good because he's a very cheap source of block. And finally, the heal trigger is the Halphium. I don't remember this guy's name, but he legions with Radon, and his skill is first. We'll go up to this skill first. CB1 lock a back row. So Nebula Lord, it is literally Nebula Lord CB1 to lock back row, and I think this guy's skill is like 180 attacks. Well, if you're in Legion, you give 5k power per locked card. I think you can split this between different units. I have no idea what this guy does. I do not remember what he does. The important thing is he's a Legion. This lock skill is Nebula Lord, and he gives power to your cards. That's more or less what he does. I read this card once. I don't remember what he does. I don't care to remember what he does. If you have imaginary planes, you play him. You play over this. This card's like okay card, I guess. Not that good. And then finally the multiverse. Limit Break 4 on play on Vanguard Circle. CB2 lock card gets 5k. It's just filler. If you don't have this, you can play whatever. Here you can play like the Legion to the 10k if you wanted to. Yeah. This is a free to play deck. And I'll show you what you guys could work towards if you want to not be free to play and be pay to win, or I guess in this game's case, pay to lose. So yeah, as you can see, this list plays. It isn't actually that wildly different. You play the Palladiums, you play Colony Makers, you play like one Chaos Breaker and one Palladium. Not Imaginary Plane. So yeah, this is what you can work towards if you really want to make this deck better. As of recording, we have seen what Blaster Joker does. I don't think he's that amazing, so I honestly don't think you'd play him more than like the 1-up slot here. So it doesn't change that much, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, if you want to work towards like Legion Star Vaders, this is something you should probably work towards. Give or take ratios and stuff, obviously, but yeah. So that's it for this video. Tell me what you guys think about it down below in the description, or down below in the comments as per usual. I'll have a game for you guys after this, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.